welcome back. This is CerealSnax, and today I'm doing something I'll probably regret, and that is reviewing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's kind of my last video in the Humble Bundle 5. I've talked about Limbo, I've talked about Psychonauts, I've talked about Bastion. You can hear my chair squeaking, probably, which I'm trying to add a little bit of humor to this because Amnesia scares me to death. Although I didn't die, but it still scares me quite a bit. I probably will never play this game beyond this review, so don't let that sway your decision to play it, because I'm just a scaredy cat. I watched The Ring back in the day. I don't know if you've seen The Ring before, but I had to sleep like with the lights on for 3 days afterwards. And I tried to flush my mind out by watching really stupid movies like Disney cartoons and that sort of thing, and it did not work. So this game will probably be the death of me. So I'm starting a new game. So that in mind, I'm not one to say that I can face these dangers and brave them and come out alive, because I probably
Don't forget,
But
some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me.
I'll let the guy
I
talk
must
here.
Hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am Daniel.
So if you're watching this, I hope that you've turned off all the lights in your house and are watching in a dark room, because that way you'll get the best effect. Otherwise you probably can't see anything because it's a pretty dark game. And I really like what they've done. To give a review of the game, I think it's a really good game, but remember, I put the clause in there that I would probably never ever buy it. But as far as a horror game goes, I'm not sure that I've played a horror game that is as scary as this. I played Clive Barker's Undying, which scared me, but not to the extent that this did in just the few first minutes. And it's really intuitive. If you're not a gamer, this is a game that you could play. As you can see, they tell you to get to your journal, and you can look at like all your notes that you have. I don't have any notes yet. Diaries, and I don't have any diaries yet. Mementos. Mementos is basically your quest log, and of course the quest log says follow the liquid trail and find its source. So I'm kind of trying to be upbeat because this game can make you lose your sanity pretty quickly. Kind of reminds me of old games like Myst, where you're just trying to figure stuff out. You can pick stuff up, you know, throw it. There's no real puzzles that I've seen so far. I'm sure there will be. No tinder box. So if you have tinder boxes, you can actually light items, and I love to find tinder boxes because then everything gets lit up and I feel a heck of a lot better. So I'm supposed to follow this strange liquid trail, which to me looks like a sort of, you can see my blood around the liquid, and then there's some kind of like potion-y liquid. Let's just follow it. Scary, scary, scary. I'm in this scary mansion, and lost control here a little bit. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my character, but I am stumbling around in this crazy, crazy mad dungeon. And I can't open these doors, but it makes a scary sound. So that's one thing that I've seen about horror movies and horror games, is that they make loud noises to scare you, which always scare me because I think my hearing is extra sensitive. Like, then this door blows open and wind blows in. And you can open... Okay, it says here, hold down left mouse and move the mouse in order to, so you move it backwards. And then I can get a tinder box, and I'll show you kind of, there's not a lot. Like I said, it's really simplistic, so if you're not much of a gamer, this is great for casual gamers because it's almost like watching a horror movie that you have a little bit of control over. And there's another tinder box. And if you light stuff, you actually regain sanity. So, and like I said before about the Humble Bundle, you don't have to, I mean, the Humble Bundle right now is, I think the average price people pay for it is $8. So if you pay the $8, you'll get Bastion. And if you just want Amnesia, heck, put in $1 and get Amnesia. It's worth $1. Although you may be like me and you may not be able to play it past a minute. So I hope you can. I'll give it another tinder box here. You can probably hear a lawnmower outside my house, which makes me feel reassured because it reminds me that it is daytime, in fact, and I don't have to worry too much about actually dying. So let's keep walking here. I'm just kind of giving you a quick glance at the game. I don't want to go too long on this because frankly, like last time I played this game, even though I played at noon, I thought about it all day, and then when I laid down in bed, I continued to think about it, which I didn't particularly like. And maybe I'm belaboring the point about how scary it is, but it is scary. So I just want to show you some of the neat things about this. I only got to a certain point, but I think it's worth mentioning. Graphics are great, runs really well. I think I even have it maxed out, and you can see the light streaming in the window. So realistic, which is helpful obviously for a horror game because you want to feel like you're actually there, and it does make you feel like you're actually there. And of course, it looks like the liquid. This is where I started. Alright, bear with me here. I'm gonna run back here. I basically ran in a circle, which is not really scary at all. So hold on here, let's go. I just want to show you the part that freaked me out for no reason other than, and why isn't this door opening? Let's see here. I feel like that's the doorway. Aha, there we go. You need to push the door and don't pull it. So I'm obviously from the school of the gifted. When it says push, I pull, obviously. So ignore that. All right, so let's keep following this liquid and see where it's going to lead us. So, like I was saying, if you love horror games, you love movies like The Ring or Scream. Well, Scream's not really a horror movie, I guess. Oh, I'm stumbling again. Oh. And you like those horror type movies, like I'm trying to think of one that came out recently that was also real scary. But if you like those types of movies, then you'll love this game because it really is made for that. Play it with some headphones. And look, that door opened really eerily. Let's go inside. So your sanity starts to drain. I'm going to use my tinderbox and light the room back up. It's so funny. You actually have a thing called sanity in this game, and you have to make sure that you keep a hold of your sanity for as long as possible. Now, the question is whether or not the character goes insane first or whether the player goes insane first, and that's really hard to answer. I'm already freaked out more probably than the character is. And then like the loading screens have this text. I probably won't be able to read it before it loads, but he fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, and I forgot that. Ominous text that you must read. Yeah, witness unsettling events will reduce your sanity. That just made my hair stand up on end. I don't know if that really means my sanity is leaving, but let's see here. This isn't where I'm supposed to go, I don't think. That was just an unsettling doorway that opens and then unsettles you. Gotta keep following this pink liquid. I keep going off course. Let's keep going here. And here we go. This is where I got to before. You can hear the sound. And I got my lantern. I got books that I can throw, which makes me feel better for some reason. Anyway, so I just want to wrap this up, but I hope you've enjoyed my early impressions of Amnesia. It's scary. So far, it's a great game. It's very well made. The sound is incredible, especially if you're wearing headphones. And I like these little pieces of paper that fly everywhere. Just the environmental effects. You can almost see the dust in the air floating. That's kind of neat. Incredible. I like what they've done. You know, when Doom 3 came out, a lot of people hailed it as a real scary game, but that game just relied on darkness and things jumping out at you to scare you. Whereas this game really uses the environment. I mean, look at that. That is just creepy, that hole through the floor and these creepy chandeliers and just everything about it kind of creeps you out. And there may be some of you who are watching this and saying, this is not creepy at all, but that's just because you're listening to my voice, and my voice is very reassuring and makes you feel better. And that is why it is not as creepy to you as it is to me, who is sitting in the dark with my headphones playing this incredibly scary game. So I'm just following this pink trail, but this is more or less where I'm going to end this review. You can see Scary Furnace. That just creeps me out. No, like the whole building's shaking too, which is really odd.
19th of August.
Oh, I'm gonna skip through this note. There's like a note about murdering somebody and all this kind of stuff, and scary. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my quick review of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's scary, so I hope I made that clear. I probably said it 1,000 times, and you're probably bored to death of me by now. And But this is it. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. It's a CerealSnax checking out.